Hello again and welcome. We're back at Field's End today on a glorious spring day. 22 degrees was the temperature by late afternoon. The roach were feeding all day and I also caught a number of larger fish. Among them was a new personal best barbel for me at 8.5 pounds, which I may have even caught twice. I'll let you make up your own mind when you watch the video. There were also a couple of carp, not as big as the carp I've caught recently, but even so they proved to be quite challenging to get in. I think the water is warming up and the fish are becoming more energetic. So it took quite a while for me to get these fish in, and two of the barbel I caught were foul hooked, which was unfortunate and also meant it took a lot longer to get those fish to the bank. Because of this, I have edited the sequences concerned to shorten them a bit in the interests of this video not being too long. But don't worry, there's still plenty of action. I also found today that the wind was affecting the microphone on my little video camera quite badly, and in places the wind noise would be quite unpleasant to listen to. So I've actually reduced the volume of the video in those areas with a note on the screen to let you know. And in one sequence the wind noise drowned out my voice completely, so I've removed the video audio and I've added a separate commentary while I've been processing this video. Well, that's about it. Time to watch the action. Okay, I'm all set up. I've just plumbed the depth. I put a bit of hempen corn out before I started setting up. That was about 10 minutes, quarter of an hour ago. It's just gone 9 o'clock and the breeze today, according to the weather, is south-southwest, which means it's almost blowing into this corner, but not quite. So as you can see, the water in front of me, just in front of me, is fairly calm. And if you look down, you can see all that scum, where the breeze yesterday was a much stronger southwest, which comes direct into this corner. So if all the theories are correct, all the goodies have been blown into this corner and we should be in for a reasonable day. You'll see I've got my little spot again, which I didn't get last time I came, which was a bit unfortunate. But there's no guarantee, of course, even though I've got my spot, that everything's going to happen. But I feel more comfortable here than I did around the other side last week. So let's see how we get on. Start off with a single piece of corn. If we think there are bigger fish in play, then perhaps I'll go up to lunch and meat and perhaps cheese paste later and see how we go. So let's just start off with this and see what happens. The geese are still there, you would have heard. Fortunately, they're now on the other side of the lake to me, so not quite as big an issue. Oops, that was a bite that I missed. There's some lovely crucian carp in here, which I haven't caught for quite a while, and it would be nice to think they may be coming on the feed. They're beautiful little fish. They're lovely to look at. They give a good account of themselves. I've caught them to about 2.5 pounds here. I imagine there must be bigger ones, but I never got anything bigger than that. But they're really tricky fish to hit. It's supposed to be getting up to 21 degrees today, which is a marked change from what we've had recently. Albeit, tomorrow's going to be nice, I believe, and then after that we're back to the chillier weather. So it's a bit of a strange spring. I'm sure nature gets totally confused these days. It's quite good value fishing here for me. I get a senior ticket, and for one rod that's $5.25, which is really not too bad for a day's fishing. Albeit I only usually stay here about 6 hours. But when I was, well, when I say when I was younger, not really that much younger. There we go. Perhaps 10 years ago, I used to get here at 7 o'clock in the morning, and in the summer I would stay to dusk, which is somewhere around 10 o'clock, as you know, and I used to be absolutely shattered after that. But these days I find that's not a bad roach. But we had this last week, didn't we? I caught a half, oops, come here, you're getting all tangled up. I caught a half decent roach, and then that was the end of it. Anyway, thank you for starting me off. Yeah, as I was saying, I used to come over here. I used to be the first in the queue if I could to get in when the gate opened at 7 o'clock. And I must admit, that first hour some mornings was absolutely marvellous. First cast used to be into something, and then you'd go through the day, which often, especially in the summer, would be fairly dead, although sometimes you'd get the carp coming up to the surface, which gave you some opportunities during the day, but often you'd sit there and not get much at all. And then of course once the sun went down and you got into the dusk, the carp used to come in the margins, and on one famous occasion in this spot here, in fact, one was swimming around. It wasn't a platform like this then, it was a proper constructed base, and well, that's good, so we got 2 fish. Oh, that's good. It was a proper constructed base. Oh, well, we didn't have him for long, but never mind. And a carp came literally right under my feet just as I was about to pack up, and I dropped a bit of bread in and he took it. Yeah, absolutely amazing, literally just under my feet. Well, let's hope that roach, he was quite away from where I caught him when he got off. Let's hope he don't spook everything else. It's unfortunate, really. Never mind. At least we're getting a bit of action. That's more than we got last week for quite a long time. Right, here we go again. I think that breeze is going to get up during the day, unfortunately, and it may get a little more tricky to fish here. Oh, I'm not doing very well here, am I? It's the breeze, it's quite light tackle, of course, and the breeze tends to blow it off course. And another one. Well, this is fun a minute, isn't it? Obviously, we've actually got a roach shoal today, which is good news. Yeah, it's good news. mind catching roach. It reminds me, I didn't get my disgorger out today. I need to get it out, because in a minute I'm going to get one that's not hooked like this one is, just in the lip, and I'm going to be in trouble. Yeah, I'll do that now. I'll get my disgorger out, and I'll leave you for now, and I'll switch the video back on if anything else happens. Well, obviously I may catch some more roach, but I'll see how it goes, and I'll switch it back on for a bit more action in a while. Well, I'm getting a roach nearly every cast here, this is quite nice. Nothing too big, of course, but they're quite nice roach. In fact, while the video was off, I caught the best one, but it was probably no more than £1/4 pound. But you never know, there may be better fish down there. The only problem is, with all this scum down here, the poor fish get covered in it when they come out. And I said about a disgorger, didn't I? Look, we've got one here. There we go. Now, let's be careful I don't damage that line. I lost a fish the other week after I'd used the disgorger. I'm sure it's because I had damaged the line. Oh well. Let's hope. I was very gentle with it, so let's hope I haven't done any damage. They're obviously biting quite confidently. The fact that the first few I caught were certainly just lip hooked, but that one wasn't deeply down, but it certainly had taken it well. It's strange, isn't it? One day you come and you fish for roach and you may get one and that's the end of it, and then another day you come and you're getting a bite every cast almost. Quite strange. And they're good bites as well. They're not the usual finicky little things. I've missed a couple, but most of them are. You can see it's starting to, something's interested already. Just dipped a bit there. Well, I've been getting a biter cast. I've been hitting about 50% of them, but now it all went a bit quiet, and then it looks like I've now got a roach that's really worth having. Yeah, he's a nice one. So most of them have been quite small, probably 4 to 6 ounces, but this is a nice fish. May in fact be worth weighing him. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a nice roach. That's a bit, as I say, a bit better quality. Come out. Right, what we'll do is we'll just leave you in there for the time being. Oops, let's get around the reeds. Yeah, let's just leave you in there. Right, that's zeroed that. Okay. quite a pound. 15 ounces. 15 ounces. But nearly a pound. Lovely fish. Lovely condition as well. Yeah, lovely fish. Alright, let's put you back. The roach are feeding very well today. I've also had a couple come off, slip the hook. Nothing big. The best one was the one I weighed, which was just under a pound. The best roach I've caught from here, and I've not really fished for roach, but I was on that occasion as well, and it was in the winter. And I think that was 1 pound 7 ounces, but I'm sure there must be bigger ones in here. In the here we go. In the summer, when you get the holiday makers here, you get quite a lot of guys just fishing for silvers and that, you know, not for carp. And there are some good silvers in here, and as I say, fish and carp, and there are no bream as far as I'm aware. In fact, someone commented on one of my videos saying about bream here, and I've never seen a bream here. I've certainly never caught one, and I've never seen anybody else catch one either. So, let's see. Alright, let's get you in. If you heard a funny noise there, that was the line scraping against the edge of my hat. That's not a bad fish. Yeah, I had quite a few of this stamp. I don't know what that weighs, probably 1/4 pound or something, but I've had quite a few that size. I've had some smaller ones, a couple a little bit bigger. Yeah, they're giving me good fun on a roach. Certainly, it's a good balance really. If you just keep fishing for the roach, it keeps you occupied, keeps you interested, and certainly you don't get bored. And all the time there's a chance that a carp will come along and suck up that sweet corn. So you get the best of both worlds really. Obviously if you're feeder fishing out in the middle, you're probably going to catch carp and that's it. But I find this much more pleasurable. Well, something a bit bigger than the roach has just taken the bait. I've just actually landed a nice roach of about 1/2 pound, and I thought to myself, things are looking up. But this is no roach at all. I don't know what it is, but probably a carp. Sweet corn, it's the most likely culprit. Again, fortunately, it's decided to run out into the lake rather than bury itself in the reeds, which because I would have absolutely no way of stopping it if it had decided to go into the reeds. It doesn't feel too lumpy. Perhaps it's not overly big, it's just a bit big for the tackle I'm using. Oh, it could be, it's just playing games with me. because your arm starts to get tired after a while. Yeah. Certainly having it all its own way at the moment. Not making much impression. Oh, that looks good. Oh, no. I won't believe it. I don't believe it. It's another barbel. I wasn't expecting it. It's another barbel and a big one. I expect rarely to catch barbel here, but not. This is the second one since I've been coming over here this year. That's why it didn't feel quite as carpy as I thought it was. Yeah. It's a barbel. Yeah, the trouble with barbel is they just don't give in. Whereas carp get to a point where they seem to accept their fate. Barbel seem to be a bit more tenacious. It was looking a bit odd when when it broke the surface there. It was a bit side on. I hope it isn't foul hooked. I'd hate it if it's foul hooked. So it could explain why I've caught it on sweet corn, because perhaps I didn't catch it at all. Perhaps it caught itself. But well, we'll soon know. I've got to be careful here because the last one, no, he's fairly hooked. It's quite a big bloody barbel as well. Let's get up. Give myself a bit more flexibility to do what I want to do. Yeah, there's a big fish. Well, I don't mind catching barbel, that's for sure. Certainly makes a change if, you know, in places like this it can be carp. But I'm quite happy with barbel. Yeah, he's got to the point where he's had enough. They give him. Oh, that's a big barbel. Well, that is amazing. That is quite amazing. Right, I'm going to weigh him in the net, so rather than mess about undoing the net when he's on the bank, I'll undo it here. Let him breathe. That's a big fish. Okay, I know. You're not happy. It's interesting, he's sort of hooked almost in the outside of the mouth, but it was mouth hooked. Right, that's zeroed. Let's get it on the right side, because last time it's got to go on this side. That's a big fish, massive. Right. Well, that's almost dead on 10 pounds. So that makes it 8.5. Okay, let's put the baby back. He has put this marvellous fish back in the lake. There you go. Well, after all that excitement with the barbel, I'm back to getting what I think are roach bites. I don't seem to... Oh, no, no, no. That is not a roach, is it? That is not a roach. Ah, I was just about to say, I'm back to getting roach bites. And this is not a roach. And you saw the bite, which was fortunate. And what I was also going to say is, I was wondering whether... I think this is a carp. I was wondering whether the fact I've caught barbel on a couple of occasions is because of the fact I'm using hemp as a attractor, because barbel are known to be a bit partial to hemp seed. Not that I'm using it on the hook, but it's enough to get them in mopping up, I suppose. Anyway, I was expecting to show you that I was back to catching roach, but obviously this will be the biggest roach ever recorded if it's a roach. But it isn't, is it? It's far too much power. Amazing. Excuse me scratching my nose. Seem to have spiders crawling all over me today. I suppose it's the time of year. This fish is taking quite a lot of line, so I think it's probably a carp. The barbel didn't really take a great deal of line. It's more of a dogged fight than a lot of runs. But this one's powering off a bit. Well, that was quite fortunate really, switching on the video just as I get a bite with a... Usually I have to cut the video in after I've hooked these things, but on this occasion we've got the whole works. Assuming of course I get it in, which is by no means a given when you're dealing with fish like this. The trouble with this is it makes the videos quite long because there's so much time taken to get the fish in. Mind you, I suppose you don't mind watching me play fish. It's probably more exciting than watching me sitting here catching nothing, so it may be worth the extra video length. Wow, this thing is really refusing to come off the bottom. It just does not want to know. It does not want to know. Now this is where it gets dangerous. It's getting too close to that edge. And it's still got a lot of fight left in it. But we are gaining, I think. Oh, that's the first swirl. When you get a swirl, things are starting to look up. Whew. It's off again. Decided it doesn't want to be that close to the bank, which is fine. By me anyway. Let's see if we can see what we got here. Oh, no. Well, the only bait I've used so far today is sweetcorn. It's amazing, isn't it? Barbel, roach, and now I think almost certainly a carp. If it's not a carp, it's a big something else. Yeah, no, don't you go in there. Don't you go in there. Don't you go in there. Alright, I think it's time to adopt a standing position. Oh no, see, he's off again. He decided he doesn't want to see me. Yeah, fine. Yeah, no, nowhere near beat. It's a bit premature there, getting him into a landing position. I think the thing is, the water's probably warming up a bit now, and the fish are probably a little bit more energetic than they were 2 or 3 weeks ago. So there will come a point where trying to land carp in this swim on this tackle might become a no-no, because they're going to be in this summer fettle. No, he does not want to give in this one. He does not want to give in. Got to be getting tired, surely. Got to be getting tired. I could just get him to the surface. That usually is enough to quieten them down. Gosh, he's doesn't want to play a game, does he? Nope. Not yet, anyway. I don't know if you can see that, I've got a spider web hanging all over me. I seem to be attacked by spiders today. Come on, you've got to start to get tired soon. You've got to start to get tired soon. Oh, nearly lost him. Okay. Right. I think we'll do the same as last time, and we'll undo you here and put you straight in on the scales. Leave you in the water. Oh, hello!
You have been home since, haven't you?
No, I've been here for 3 weeks. No. Give me a right battle, this one.
Yeah, I know, I've been watching.
I'm not talking to myself, by the way. I've got a video here.
Yeah, I know. I see it. You told me about it last time.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry. Just in case you thought I was going completely crackers. Alright. You think getting a barbless hook out would be easy, wouldn't you? But these leathery mouths. There we go. Right, see what you weigh. Alright. Yeah, it's nowhere near as big as the one I got last time. It's almost spot on £9, but the net's £1.50.
Yep.
So, only £7.5. I'm not sure if these are spawning, you know. Anyway, let's put him back. He just.
I'll continue my wander.
What you missed was I got £8.5 barbel.
Oh, very nice. I didn't know there weren't any in here.
I caught one a couple of sessions ago, 8.25. No, I knew they were in here because I'll put him back. I'll save talking. No, years ago when I fished here, I started catching them, but they were sort of £2.5.
Yeah.
And that's going back a way. And then over time, I caught some about £4, and they've obviously all grown. Yeah, all right. Well, we're into something big again. I'm still catching the roach, but obviously in between the roach, every now and again, something else appears. And it's run off in a fairly classic carp sort of fashion, so I guess that's what it is. Not so happy about the fact it's gone down to the left there, but it's well away from the edge I think at the moment. Oh, it's going more out into the centre now, which is a much better situation. I'm going to run out of video footage today if we keep catching these. No, it doesn't want to know. It's like a very say, if you wonder what that noise is, that's sort of right near the microphone, it's the line rubbing against the brim of my hat. Well, another bit of a lump. I might as well worry him, I suppose. Yeah. Sweet corn, believe it or not.
Sweet corn, yeah.
That's the second carp, and before that I had 8.5 pound barbel on sweet corn. Right, so that's about 9 1/4, but I've got to take a pound and a half off that, so.
Yeah, nice. On the corn, eh?
Hmm?
On the corn.
I started off fishing for roach on corn, and I was getting quite a few roach, and then I got the barbel.
Yeah, I like the roach fishing.
Yeah, and there's this is the second carp, so
Might be in there.
right, let's get you back in. Oh, you are lively. You are still very lively. Right. Well done. Well, I'm into another one, but this time it rather worried me. It's run down the side of the reeds, and I've got a horrible feeling I'm not going to get it out. No, that's it. It's gone. That's the great fear here. If they go down the reeds, there's no way of rescuing the situation. Oh well. Never mind. It was much nicer when the surface was calm. There we go, another roach, I think. He's fighting quite hard. Perhaps a slightly better roach, we'll see. They do have a go, the old roach. Put him in the net. I just had a bite and I'm not kidding you, I struck thinking it was another roach, and I thought I'd struck into a lump of wood on the bottom because it just was solid, it didn't move, and then it went off. Then it decided that perhaps it ought to do something, and it's gone. Away. But it was absolutely solid, it was just like I'd struck into a snag. But this thing is just running and running. Oh, it's coming back towards me now, which is dangerous on a barbless hook. Can't reel in as quick on a centre pin. Sweet corn again. This is a bigger fish, this is a much bigger fish. It's really got a lot of power. Either that or it's an athletic one. Oh, this feels a right lump. Right lump. Still haven't seen the float. It seems almost in front of me as well. It's just deep. It's taking line again. Well, I've been playing this fish for 8 minutes now, still not making much headway. The fish is staying deep. I've really got no idea what it is. As I get it closer to the bank and closer to these reeds, obviously it's a dangerous period because it can lunge one way or the other. Fortunately, in a way, every time I manage to get the fish nearer the reeds, it decides it wants to go out again. So it's really working for me in that sense. It's now trying very hard to get into the left of the swim where those reeds are, which is really quite concerning. So I'm doing my utmost within the limited capabilities of my tackle to keep it away. So we are now 10 minutes into this battle, and the fish has just rolled on the surface, and much to my amazement it is another barbel, another large barbel. Unfortunately, the way it's lying in the water would tend to suggest that it's been foul hooked, which goes a long way to explain why it's taken so long to get this fish in, because a foul hook fish is often much more difficult. You're unable to turn the head, and experience has shown me anyway that these foul hook fish are really quite challenging to land. Right, we're on the unhooking mat. Let's get this hook out of your fin. As I say, if it weighs 8.5 pounds, I could be catching the same fish over and over again. Would you believe it? Dead on 10, which makes it 8.5. Which means it could well be the same fish. Obviously he didn't bite twice. I just snagged him. Well, it certainly could be, but I'm not very good at recognising individual fish, I'm afraid. But you're a lovely fish. Gorgeous fish. Right, let's get you back in, because you're obviously totally whacked. So am I, actually. Well, did I have two 8.5 pound barbel, or did I just catch the same one twice? Who knows? Well, I was catching roach. I was getting a bite every cast, and probably hooking about 50% of them. Nothing really big, sort of 4 to 6 ounce sort of fish. Get another bite which didn't look really any different, but now we're into something else. Again, we're still on sweet corn, so no, I don't believe it. It cannot be that same barbel again. Ah, this is just beyond. It could be, you know, because it's a very tight fish. This is just beyond belief. If this weighs 8.5 pounds, this must be the most bizarre coincidence that's ever occurred, and it looks like it could have also be foul hooked again. Well, I don't know. I don't know. It explains why, when I keep saying the fish is boring deep, it explains why, because the barbel, and obviously their natural home is on the bottom, well on the bottom, hugging the bottom. Well, I can't believe this. This is like Groundhog Day, isn't it, really? He certainly looks like he's foul hooked the way he's coming in. So he's obviously swimming over the bed of hemp down there, and occasionally getting this snagged in my line. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely ridiculous. Well, if I've landed him 3 times in the same day, he should be really, really tired. Oh well, we'll have to go and see, won't we? I really didn't realise there were that many barbel in here, so if it is a different one, it's quite amazing as well. At this point, the wind noise became so loud that my voice was almost completely drowned out. But I had realised that it wasn't the same barbel, it was a smaller fish, and also that it was foul hooked. Fish 3 times, which is it's quite a small one, isn't it, really? 3 pounds perhaps, something like that, I don't know. Right, let's see where this hook is. Like it was in the dorsal. Yep, top of the dorsal fin. Right. Shall we weigh you? No, we'll just put you back, shall we? You had an inglorious landing. Foul hooked in the dorsal. Off you. Wow. What a strange old day. Well, it's 2:45, so I'm nearly at my packing up time. I've been catching roach consistently all through the day. I've missed a lot of bites. I've had quite a few come off, but not big fish. So. There we go, there's another one. Mind you, this one feels a bit better. As I was saying, I've been catching roach consistently all through the day, and oh yeah, it's a much better fish. And I've had 3 barbel, albeit 2 of them were foul hooked, which was a bit unfortunate. And we're still not sure whether the second barbel was a repeat of the first one. And I've had 1 carp, so not a bad day really. But this is a much better roach. There have been a few good ones in among the smaller fish. Oh, that's good, the hook's come out and saved me fiddling about. Yeah, in good condition as well, a nice fish. Yeah, I don't know, that's a good, it could be 3/4 of a pound, half a pound, 3/4. I'm not very good at guessing fish, but I'm not going to weigh him. We'll just put him back. Yeah, as I say, I've been catching roach consistently, and it's now nearly time to pack up. It's always a nuisance packing up when you're catching fish, but there we go. So really, this section of the video is to say thank you for watching, as usual. I'm glad I caught some fish for you today. It's much more interesting when fish are involved, but with fishing you never know. And I may be coming back here again, not sure really. On the 12th of April the caravan site opens, so it's probably going to get quite a lot busier. I'll see what the weather's like next week. I may come again. If not, perhaps explore somewhere else. Anyway, I'm going to wind up now, and repeating myself, I know, but thank you for watching, and it's sort of goodbye for now, but I'll let you watch for a while as I just fish here. Maybe you can see one more fish before I actually throw the switch, so to speak.